Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back.
Hello guys, and welcome back to episode 4 of Redcraft. As you can see, I've been fairly busy clearing out below here Endermen and their blocks. Been busy cleaning out the blocks. I've also put in some collection system down the bottom there, which I'll show you all in a second. So basically, I've put in the balconies here with this is the mangrove, and then this is the mud bricks. So all the villager collection items, all the villagers are in their places, and they've got all of the items in there. As you can see, like the farming villagers go through, and then you've got the villager in there that collects the stuff, which goes into the hoppers, which goes out. I've put in a whole chest sorting system down the bottom here. Let's just go down. So as you can see, I've labeled it. You've got carrots, you've got potatoes, and this farm has been filling up. You got bread, which is another sort of resource. You've also got wheat as well, which it has been collecting of. So basically, just to show you what I did, I got rid of the chest at the front because there was just no way of making it look good, and I didn't want to run any pipes or anything around here where they'd be visibly seen. So what I did was, let me just get past this Enderman. So what I did was, you can hear like the minecarts. So I added minecarts underneath the farms to collect passively anything that's left on the ground. So if the villagers don't collect any of the wheat or stuff like that, it gets passively collected by the minecarts. These really, you don't have to do these. I've just done it to collect the couple of things that are left on the ground, like the bone meal and stuff. So, but you don't need them. Like, there's a few wheat seeds, weeds, and some bone meal that is collected. So basically what happens is it goes into here, there's a dispenser. The one thing that I actually found out, mud, because it's not a solid block, you can actually dispense items through it. So there's a dispenser that's under here that comes up, comes through the mud block, which then goes all the way through down here. All the way through here until this right here is the collection system. As you can see, all my redstone is in place for the collection system. So that's basically how it comes in. You've got one there for these two farms. You got one over there for these two farms. And you got one over there for the last set of farms. And as you can see, we've been picking up beetroot. Obviously, some of the farms are dispensing. But as you can see, with it slowly dispensing the stuff out. I've also done it. So let me just get rid of this stuff. Carrots can go. Beetroot can go. Carrots. Nope, didn't want to send them, but okay, they're going now. So basically, the stuff dispenses up. Obviously, because I'm close, I'm collecting the stuff, but you don't normally collect it. Oh no, I'm clicking the wrong thing there. So basically, how I have it is, I brought the hoppers. Instead of the hoppers going to the front, the hoppers come to the back, and then they come down this wall here. They come down over here. Which then go into this hopper, which then leads into the dispenser underneath. Which I can just show you how I did the redstone underneath. So basically, it's just a clock. You've got the comparator taking the signal, and then it's on a clock, which any items that go in here automatically dispensed out. By putting the repeater here, you verify that it's, even if there's one item in there, because without that repeater, sometimes what happens is you may need 3 or 4 items in there for it to work. So what I've just done with that one repeater is it makes sure that even if there's one item in there, it still works. Let me just get rid of this stuff. Let me just block this off and go back up again. It is very important, because we're working right by a farm, to make sure that any spawnable space is either lit up, or it's blocked in. That way, then we can avoid mob spawning, because mobs being so close to a farm will stop the farm from working. So we've got that set up. We've got all the sorting system and everything set up. These would be my potatoes that haven't got a collection because they're cooked. This is my next project that I'm trying to do here. So I've already started this one, and you can see that I connected it up to that system, so the melons come through. It's getting stuck on here, but there will be something here to stop them getting stuck. I just got to finish building them, because I'm going to take it all the way up. So this redstone is actually fairly simple. It's one of the most simplest designs I can think of for this kind of farm. So basically what I'm doing, and let me just go and grab some supplies and I'll show you. Pistons, we need some observers, we need some dirt, we need some seeds, we need some target blocks, we need some redstone dust. Do I have any in my ender chest? No. I'm gonna grab some dust. There we go. So the way this farm works is it's fairly simple. So you have an observer in the middle, looking out. You grab a couple of target blocks, and you put them in the back over here. And then behind the target box, what you do is you put in a redstone dust, and then you put in the pistons. Once you've done that, you can literally you place it in the dirt in front of it. The only thing is, for irrigation, because of how compact I've made this farm, the best thing to do for irrigation is to just put a water bucket of water, like right there, and that way then it will irrigate the land. Observers. God, we really need an inventory update. So once that's done, you can then hoe the land here. You don't need to hoe these two end pieces, but I just usually do so I can track how efficient the farm's working, because I can see where melons have grown. And then you just grab some seeds, put some seeds in, grab some bone meal, which I have some over here. Bone meal here. So now every time the observer detects an update, so if fires piston, fires piston again, fires piston again. Now what will happen is, when the melon grows, it will detect the change and it will fire the pistons, and then it will automatically pop off. And here I have it so it pops off and goes into this water stream right here. It is literally the most basic farm for this, and it's completely tileable, because you know me, how much I love my tileable farms. It's completely tileable. So I'm going to keep doing melons over there, and then I'm going to do some pumpkins over there, and we'll probably go into a time lapse while I finish the rest of these off and get these done. So I'll see you back here shortly. Hello and welcome back. So as you can see, we now have the pumpkin in. We've finished the melon. As you saw, I built up an extra layer, but then I realized these redstone blocks here that are running the rails are interfering, so I just took it down one level. We'll make it look nicer anyway, so you won't see any of that stuff. So as you can see, pumpkins and melons are working. They're dropping already. I've just got to connect this up to the stream up there, and then I've got to clear out the item filter to allow pumpkins to start flowing into this one. Right now, the item filter is just the item filter is just placeholder. So what I need to do is I need to go through and I need to take these out, do something like that, and then I need to come down and grab some pumpkins because I just didn't have that many pumpkins. So now I do. So now I can clear all this stuff up. And if I just go up here, I can literally just replace, make sure the filters are replaced with the pumpkins. And then we're good. Filter set up to allow them in. And then we've just got to connect it up. I've got to go forth and then I do exactly the same thing that I did over here. I took it forward. And then I have a soul sand elevator to push things up, and then that's how it goes. But that's enough for this. I want to shake you because I want to go over what the plans are, what the next few plans are going to be over the next couple of episodes. So, and I think we've done a lot of work down here, and I don't want to bore you guys with just constantly doing all of this. We've still got plenty of work to do. We've got villages to do. We've got to make it look nicer. We've got all that stuff to do. But in the meantime, there's somewhere I would like to show you in the Nether for a future project coming up. Let me just make sure I got rockets. I need more rockets and I'm going to need food. Okay, guys, welcome back. So as you can see, we have a fortress, but we're in a very particular kind of biome. So as you can see, all the way around, let me just fly over. As you can see, this is a fortress that is in a soul sand valley, which means the only mobs that can spawn here are wither skeletons and normal skeletons. So outside of once you get you got the binding of the hitbox, which you can see here. Obviously where blazes can spawn, there's also a few blaze spawners I gotta get rid of. But as you can see, there's a lot of places. There's a lot of places where we can clean up and make it look a bit nicer and get for wither skeletons. This is literally an ideal fortress for this because it's open, which means there's not too much digging. There's a little bit of spawn proofing we'll have to do. Like we'll have to get rid of a lot of these ledges and stuff like that. But now with Duck's Creeper Farm, we should be able to use TNT to blow them up. There's a lot of cross sections right here, which the more cross sections you are, got more chance of spawning withers. Like even with just flying over here, look how many wither skeletons have spawned. And that's just with us flying over here. And that's with the entities being messed up due to the blaze spawners and the pigmen spawning. As soon as we start eliminating the ability for these guys to spawn, like you'll have even more. It will be ridiculous amount of spawning. So I want to try and look at seeing if I can make my own farm up for this. I may look around and get some ideas. So I have some ideas of what to do. But there's there's an absolute lot of things that can be done here, and the fact that it's so in the open, there's just not as much spawn proofing as there would be if it was in the open. If it was like blocked in and stuff like that. Ooh, I didn't even notice this before. I don't know what is going on with this seed. There is fortresses everywhere. Like, don't get me wrong, it took me. Wait square. There is like fortresses everywhere, all over this place. Like there's one right over there. Like this is a complete another fortress. It's not even like the same one and just cut off. This is like a completely different fortress that goes through and cuts through all of this stuff. Like I don't know what it is with this sea. There seems to be fortresses everywhere. I've never seen so many fortresses so close together. Because even on the other side, let me see if I can remember how to get there. Like over here, there's a bastion right here. There's a bastion right there. And then let me see if I can remember how to get through. Oh, there should be a way through. There's another bastion right here, which I'm pretty sure that is not attached to the other one. Like this is looks like it's a completely different kind of bastion. So I'm looking. I keep trying to peek my head in there to see because I'm looking for one with the magma spawner. Uh, but I can't seem to figure out how to get through. Oh, I think I figured it out. It's always dangerous flying around the Nether. But yep, another bastion right here. I just can't believe like how many like fortresses, bastions, and everything are all right next to each other. Like I've never seen this before. Like when I'm flying through the Nether, like in order to find that one fortress, I must have flew to like 30 different fortresses, and it's not even like I've come out that far. Like when I look at my coordinates, so spawn is 0, 0. When I look at my coordinates, I'm not even that far out from spawn. So like to see this many fortresses so close to spawn, I've never seen it, and I've been playing Minecraft for 10 years, and I've never seen a seed like this. So that stuff is almost flying in the Nether's dangerous. So yeah, so basically that's what the plan is. It's not going to be an instantaneous thing because I'm going to have to design something. It's not like I can just pull a design out the back of my head. I don't think I've never actually designed a wither skeleton farm, so it's going to be new for me. I also want to. We also need to make sure because we need to get the supplies and stuff like that because I'm gonna have to go around spawn proofing everything, making sure that everything is safe, and that we can limit the spawns as much as possible. So only what we want is spawning in. Maybe I can get back to where I was. But yeah, so we've got to do all of that stuff. So nothing's gonna happen like right away. It's gonna take a bit of time for it to happen. Um, Hopefully while we're mining out some blocks and stuff, maybe we can find some netherite. Who knows? I'm gonna kill myself flying in the nether. So yeah, so I'm gonna head back to base, and we can talk about some other stuff that we've got planned throughout the season. Um, and what we want to get done, and hopefully what our plans and goals are. Okay, guys, and welcome back. So we're back at the base. I've added in the water system now, so pumpkins should start flowing into here now. storm coming through. Um, so yeah, uh, so that's what we have planned for the Nether. We're going to see that coming up hopefully in the next couple of episodes. It's probably not going to be a project that I'm going to do in one because I'm going to have to go in there, clean a whole bunch of stuff out first, then I have to go in again and start spawn proofing it. And I think we're going to need to get some wither skulls because I'm going to need some wither roses. So we've got that planned. But for the rest of the day, I'm thinking because down here, I really like the thought of having the deep dark floor stuff, um, and then maybe having something along the edge, maybe mud bricks along the edge here, to line it out. I would like to put some kind of a light source around this where the glass is gonna go, like all the way around here, where there'll be a roof, so it won't be right up there. But I'm thinking of some kind of light source. Um, you know what I really want to. You know what I really want to get my hands on? Frog lights. I really want frog lights. They look nice. I would love to use them. I think they'll be great to for aesthetics and building. Um, so during our little break, after I did my last episode, I did something which I will show you guys now. Straubs has already found it, so I don't mind showing it on camera now. So basically, I built this. Uh, you remember before she had the black box? Well, she had a wooden box house, which then Duck tore down and built like a black box from using the deep dark stuff. Then I tore that down, and now I've built this. Basically, all through here, you can hear. So we've got some deep dark stuff. We've got a couple of chests in here for storage. A place where she could put a bed if she wants to put a bed there. But I've also done it and I've hid in. Let me get under here. And under here, I've hid in some shulk, the shulk shriekers, the shulk sensors. And then underneath here, there's some shulk shriekers. Which, because we've placed them, they aren't going to grow anything. But I didn't realize the signal from the Schultz sensors actually sets off a dragon head in moving. I didn't realize that. It was Duck that told me that. And so that way then now when she uses the house, because I built her the house and I'm not supposed to be the builder, every time she comes to our house now, she gets surrounded by screams of Shulk Screaker. And these is like all the leftover stuff from what I was building with. But I was thinking of using some of this. Now we have access to the end. This stuff is fairly easy to farm. I was thinking down here, basically you put like the mud, we do like a round of mud bricks like here. Like this would all be mud bricks. And maybe take it in, maybe if I do it like that. Because that way then if I make these the mud bricks as well. So I'm not sure if I have any left. I can always make some. So if we go around the perimeter too wide. So we go around the perimeter too wide. And then put in the mud bricks. And then what we can do on the other layer, this layer here, I was thinking something like this, which I may have to take out a section and then bring in the mud bricks so I can actually fully see. But that way then we can integrate some light sources into the floor. So we don't have to worry so much about so I don't have to worry about pointing torches everywhere. But I was thinking about putting something like this down for the floor. And then have the mud bricks around the top. But we'll see. I'll get some more of the stuff because I don't think I have any mud bricks left. I think I used everything. I made just enough for that. I may have one or two left over, but it's certainly not enough for what I need. So I can take a quick look. Mud bricks would be somewhere. No, I'm probably gonna have to make, which is fine because there's actually a redstone machine that I'll do to turn dirt into mud. And then now that we've got this farm up and running, it's actually not that big of a deal to make mud bricks because we've got a fair amount of wheat. We've got a double chest of wheat, so we've got a fair amount of wheat to get started with. But one thing I want to look at is frog lights. So I will go and get some supplies. Hello and welcome. So I got a phone with Doc. We was talking a little bit because we was talking me about his storage situation with the creeper farm, and we was looking at it, and because he built these amazing creeper farms where for the gunpowder because we need them for our elytras. So right now he stores all of his stuff down here in these chests, and he wants to change it. So instead of it coming down here, he wants to send it up to that AFK platform that he made up there. So he's gonna pipe it all up and everything. He just wanted us to build the platform and start getting ready start getting ready to put all the sorting stuff in. So that way, then he can just pipe it straight up there. So I am going to go up here and I'm gonna start working on this. Boom. So I'm going to start working on this and I'm going to see how far we get. I'm probably going to take this portal down temporarily just so I can work on the platform. We're going to build it, and then once we've built it and everything's up and running, then we can make it look nice. I just right now want to focus on like getting the shape of it and making sure that it's big enough, and I've got to go and get some materials. I need hoppers and stuff like that for the sorting. And I want to make it big enough that he's able to fly up here, land on it without having to worry about falling off. So I want to be able to just fly up and land on here and hopefully have a nice view in the process. So we're going to get to this. I'm going to do a quick time lapse just to at least build the basics of the stuff, and then I'm going to come back to you. Okay, guys, we're back. We have the storage thing built for Doc. Um, as you may have noticed on the replay mod, basically when I was recording, I recorded it in two halves, and the second half for some reason got corrupted. So unfortunately, I was only able to put half on the replay mod. So I'm just gonna go over it with you, just show you quickly what I've done. I got some block. I got blocks all over the place. So basically, I have the hoppers. Items come in. They hit against the chest, which slightly puts them slightly over on this side. So when they come down this side, they get collected by hoppers. But that way, then you don't have to worry about not putting more than 6 together, because you don't need to worry about it going over. The reason why over the chest is glass is so you can open up these chests at the bottom here. If it wasn't glass, then you would be able to open it up because it'd be a solid block. So an ice isn't a solid block. Ice is a solid block, whereas glass is not a solid block. So basically, these stuff will go around in circles and circles and circles. Obviously, on each corner there's chests. The reason why there's chests on the outgoing corner is so when the items come down, they don't get stuck. If we put a full block there, there's a good chance they could get stuck right at the end there. So just to avoid that, I've just got the chest coming down. That way, then it will avoid it altogether. Duck can cover it up if he so chooses. He can bring the items in anywhere he wants to bring the items in, which is fine. He just asked me to build the sorter, so the sorter's done. I have literally everything ready to go. As long as he doesn't put glass in here, we should be fine. Which I don't think he has intentions to put glass in. Do I have rockets on my place? I do. Yes, I do. So all of that stuff's looked good. I put the portal back in place, and I've checked it. I've gone through. It goes up to the nether roof. There we go. So it's on the nether roof. That way, then I know. I don't know why there's one single zombie pigment up here. So that one connects to the one on the nether roof, and this then comes out into his area. There's plenty. I've left him plenty of room, so we can expand it this way, or we can even take it this way, and make the nether portal a center feature. I've put in more than enough storage, I think, but I'll have to keep an eye on it. If Duck needs more, we can always expand this system. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, some of my crap got through. Yeah. Sometimes it happens, especially when you're doing stuff like this. Oh, apparently I just wanted to go down the ladders. Oh. So yeah, this is basically it's a fairly standard sorting system. Items go around, they'll go into the chest, you should fill up from the bottom. But yeah, it's a fairly standard system. Items come in, oh my god. I really need to put rails on this place. Good job I got an elytra. But while Duck is up here, the farms down there are all working. So even if he's up here pottering around and doing stuff, he's still AFKing this area. He's still loading these farms up, so the farms will still keep working and producing items. Like the whole time I'm up here, I would have been producing items the whole time I was building this. It literally took me about maybe an hour to build that. But like you can hear them all of these creepers, you can hear them, and they've been pouring in the whole time I've been up there. Yeah. So like his chests are filling up pretty quickly. Paper. What is this one? These are rockets. No, he must be making that for TNT. I guess he doesn't have an overflow for gunpowder yet. But yeah, no, it's literally like these chests weren't all full when I started, and now they're all full. So yeah, this farm is a little OP. Oh, oh, let me get out. How do I get out of here? I think nope, nope. I need one that's too high. There we go. Really? It's fine. I will just do this and then I'll put it back. The moment you get stuck inside of a farm. Ooh, can I get out of here without killing myself? Nope. Apparently not. Oh, there we go. Oh, I don't know how I even managed that. I have no idea how I even managed that, but I did. So I think that's all we got time for this episode. So I'm gonna leave you guys alone. And if you have any questions, don't forget, leave a comment, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you next week for next week's episode. Bye.